Welcome to today's webinar, Wednesday on the 19th of July. I'm Philip Samuels. I'm the product manager for residential load centers for Siemens. Today I'm going to give you an overview of our offering and discuss some of the things that people overlook and that are very important when it comes to getting information about load centers on your own, as well as understanding what we offer. So Siemens has the SN and PN series load centers. These are the bulk of our load centers are single phase. These are some things that you need to know. Ground bars. The SN series comes with one ground bar, factory installed. The PN series has two ground bars. This was a change from our legacy load centers, the ES and the PL, where only the PL came with ground bars standard from the factory. On the bus, all 150 amp and above copper bus are tin plated, and they're stamped with a CU so that you know that it's a copper bus underneath the tin plating. And instead of having a tie strap that goes across the top, as the legacy load centers had, it runs behind the load center and is secured by 4 bolts, and that ensures a solid connection. And we eliminates a lot of issues that we had in the past on occasion. We also have a broad range offering. We have NEMA 3R. We have riser panels that have the wide gutters on the right-hand side. Those are legacy interiors. We have high amp load centers, 3-phase. We have enclosed circuit breakers. We have what we call our SPA panel, which is just a small circuit load center, which comes with a 50 or 60 amp GFCI breaker installed. And then we have also our small circuit panels. Both the 3-phase and the small circuit panels, as well as the high amp load centers, are all legacy interiors. They do not have the plug-on neutral bus. We also have some specialty load centers, some unique offerings. We have a generator ready load center that has a split bus, and in that space goes a automatic transfer switch, which is ordered separately. It does not come with the load center. We have some load centers that come standard with first surge installed in the load center, surge protection. And then we have load centers that come standard with 500 MCM lugs, in case you need to run larger wire because you're going over a greater distance. So that's the automatic transfer switch that goes in the center. Basically, with the generator ready, what happens is when your generator kicks on, it flips that switch, and then only the critical loads, which are at the bottom of the split bus, are being run. You know, your air conditioning, your refrigerator, and your lighting. And non-essential loads are not carried by the generator. With first surge, there's a first surge protection device installed in the bottom of the load center that comes in 2 different sizes and is in the speed facts. And then you can see the oversized lugs. For the first surge load center in the 500 MCM, in the picture are legacy load centers, but these are actually now in the SN series load centers. We just are a little behind with our renderings and photography due to the pandemic and just a lot of work going on. We also have what's called the selectable main load centers. So the PN series load center is convertible. It can go from main lug to main breaker or main breaker to main lug. The SN series is not convertible. It's whatever you buy, except for these few select catalog numbers, which do not come with lugs or breakers, but you can order either a main breaker kit or a main lug kit for it. And that's why it has the C in the center for selectable. We also have a renovation load center. This is an interior. They're typically 0816 interiors. I think there's a 1224 as well. This is so that you can place this interior in an existing load center. So if you're working in an area, New York City, Chicago, we run into this a lot. where the load centers during a renovation are in a apartment building, for example, and they're embedded in the concrete. You can't get the can out, so you get the interior out, you install this interior, and then this oversized cover bolts to the interior. It's UL listed. There are, in the directions and in the speed facts, dimensions that you have to follow for it to go in the can, but it's a great product and a lot of people like to use it. This is how our catalog is set up. So the first letter, the numbering logic is the type of load center. Is it a SN, a PN? You see a P there, that's a PL series load center. Then the number 12, the first two digits are the number of spaces in the load center. The second number is the number of circuits. So in this case, it's a 1224. The B is for main breaker. A L is for main lug. It may also have an ML or an MB. Then you have the phase. It's either going to be single phase or three phase. The amperage. And then the A is for aluminum or wire. I'm sorry, in this case, wire guide, which we no longer make. The S could be surface or flush mount, depending on the type of load center. CU or C is going to be for copper bus. If it's blank, it's aluminum. If there's a P at the end, it's a value pack, so it comes with 4 mini breakers in it. And if there's a W at the end, that's white. If it's blank, it's our standard gray load center. So this is a wiring diagram, and it's one of my favorite things to discuss because a lot of people don't take the time to utilize this, and there's just a lot of information on it. This is inside the load center. It's also available on our industry support online website. You just put in the catalog number and it should come up as one of the documents. It tells you the types of breakers you can use in the load centers. As you look over to the right-hand side, you'll see that there are little dotted lines with part numbers for neutral kits, ground bars, and accessories that you can use. Also, the key accessories are listed, and the breaker kits that you can use are listed, as well as torque values and wire sizes. Another feature, which I believe I have a close-up later, is that on the top left-hand side, where it says ratings, it gives the actual rating of the bus. All of our PN load centers that are 150 amp and above have bus rated at 225 amps. Coming down in the future, we are updating all of our wiring diagrams to include the actual bus rating. Because if it doesn't have the actual bus rating, an inspector will just assume that it's whatever the load center is rated at. And with solar becoming ever more popular and the 120 rule, it helps to have bus that's higher rated. And in a lot of cases, our buses are higher rated than the load center, but in the past, it hasn't been listed that way. So that's something that will be changing, but always check that for bus rating. In the picture, you see twin AFCIs, and the arrows pointing to the fact that they are listed on the wiring diagram and can be used in the load center. Those are pictures of the neutral extension kits. So along with the twin AFCI, unlike our other twin circuit breakers, these can go on solid stabs or notch stabs. And because of that, you may need to add additional neutrals. Again, these are just some close-ups of the accessories, torque values, and part numbers. A lot of this information is, and again, here's the bus rating I was discussing earlier, just a close-up so you can see. This is our cut sheet, and a lot of the information that's on the wiring diagram is on the cut sheet. The accessories are listed, the part numbers, as well as the torque values. Just a word of caution, the wiring diagrams are always the first documents to be updated, and they are the UL document, and that's what the inspector is going to go by. So it's very important to always refer to the wiring diagram despite all the information that's on the cut sheet to make sure that you're getting the latest. So again, it shows the accessories, the ground bar kits that you can order for the load center, the torque values. If a torque value is not listed, you find something loose in the load center, you need to know that torque value. If you contact our technical support group, they will get you that torque value. It's just impossible to put everything on one document with the amount of room we have. Again, the CU on the plated bus, on the copper plated bus. We do have a parts replacement guide. It lists the parts. In many cases, it will tell you what load centers. There are tables that you have certain accessories can go into. People love to use this, and it's often overlooked. It will also give you the part numbers for replacement trims, and this matrix that you see for the interlock kits and the the breaker conversion kits and the ground bars is right off the wiring diagram. But again, always check the wiring diagram. If something changes, that's the first document that's going to be updated. I know I've gone a little fast. This is the website for the industry support and our speed facts. These are links to those, and I invite you to visit those. And I thank you for the opportunity. I can go back and discuss and answer any questions. I know that was a little quick.
So Philip, it doesn't look like there's any questions in the chat. So I think we can wrap up today, give everyone back some time. But as Philip said, thank you again for joining us today. You can check out our other upcoming training opportunities on our website. And this recording will also be posted on our website in the next few days for you to review. So as Philip said, those resources are in his presentation, and have a great rest of your day.